Hello there. I'm out in Ivythorn Woods again, and the wind is so strong I've had to hide behind this tree to have any chance of making this one. So this one is about evil. What is evil? So the English language is a fascinating language. It's got lots of esoteric implications, and one of it is the way English language reveals things. So for example, if you take the word evil and you turn it round and make it go backwards, it becomes live. So therefore, a very simple definition of evil is it's anti-life. Anything that's against life can be defined as being evil. And indeed, if we study something called the Kabbalah, also known as the Tree of Life, we discover that there is a Tree of Life. And on the reverse side, completely opposite, there's also the Tree of Death, which is called the Kilphotic Tree of Death. So that's just interesting in passing. But what really comes to me about this thing about evil is that a more pragmatic way to look at it is evil is anything that actually denies the freedom of others. So if you imprison someone, lock them up against their will, or even a really extreme case, if you do some healing for someone without their permission, in other words, violating their free will, that's also evil too. So anything that violates a person's free will can be defined as evil. And there was a particular example that came up in my life which put me onto the horns of an awful dilemma, because I was friends with someone and her son was over the age of 18, and eventually she revealed to me that what she was doing, she was grinding up a pharmaceutical drug and putting it into her son's food without his knowledge, and she was doing this because she didn't want him to smoke cannabis. So here's a young man making a sovereign free choice to smoke cannabis, and he's been given a pharmaceutical drug which is designed to make him drowsy, and he doesn't know it, and the drowsy effects of the drug cause him to lose interest in the smoking of cannabis. So this friend of mine was very happy about this because she thought it was a good solution. But I couldn't help but see it as a violation of the young man's free will. But I didn't know the young man, I'd only met him once or twice, and I didn't feel I could go up to him and say, by the way, do you know what your mother's doing? So I really felt in a dilemma on this one, and in fact what I decided to do in the end was to end the friendship. I couldn't be part of that. And so it's a funny subject, isn't it, the whole subject of evil? But that's something I think is a really good way to look at it, is what is going on, the violation of the free will of another. If someone's being forced or coerced into something against their will, that really is a pretty fair definition of evil. That's the way I see that one personally. I'd be very interested to hear what your thoughts are about evil, what you're aware of that's going on in the world today that you might regard to be evil. So please do comment if you've got anything you'd like to add about this subject, and always look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.